Okay, hello students. Today we are covering a new chapter from your book. It's called Weather. We have vocabulary. It's useful because in your job you might be discussing these things also in everyday conversations. Okay, especially if you are a flight attendant, you must know these words. For example, sunny, right? When we have sun in the sky. Cloudy. You cannot see the sun because of the clouds. It's cold or it's hot. It's rainy, foggy, right? Some fog. Snowy, windy. If you don't understand some of the words, please use a dictionary, okay? So let's see. It's rainy and cloudy. It's hot and dry. It's windy and cold, foggy and cloudy, sunny and clear. Or if you want, you can do it with opposites. Rainy, dry. Okay, opposite. Rainy, dry. Hot, cold. Windy, calm. Foggy, clear. Sunny, cloudy. Right? So when there's a fog, we cannot see clearly. Okay, let's try to listen. Moment. Just a second. Okay, listening.
1. And here's the weather report. Most of the area will be covered in heavy fog today. We won't see much sun, and tomorrow will be even foggier. It's going to be hard to see, so be careful out there. 2.
And now for today's weather. It's raining now, and the rain is expected to continue all day today. But cheer up. Tomorrow's weather will be a lot better. It's going to be sunny and warm all day.
3.
Today's going to be a great day. It's going to be sunny and warm, with highs in the 70s. But get outside now and enjoy, because we're expecting colder weather tomorrow and there won't be much sun.
4.
We're going to have a lot of snow today. We're expecting more than 8 inches between 8 a.m. and 8 p.m. And it will be very cold with a low of 18 degrees and a high of 32. The snow will end tonight, and tomorrow's weather will be much warmer.
So in this exercise, you listen and you answer what you're hearing. I did it incorrectly. But it's a weather report, right? Weather report tells us about the weather for the next few days. You can find it online, right? Look, Chiang Mai weather, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, temperature, right? So look at the temperature. It goes up, and then on Sunday until next Tuesday it will go down. This is the temperature in Celsius, right? We have Celsius and Fahrenheit. In America they use Fahrenheit, in everywhere else we use Celsius, so 28 degrees temperature. So high temperature 31 and low 22. So daytime, nighttime, rain, thunderstorm, right? So light rain or thunderstorm with lightning, right? Heavy rain, right? In Thai you can say phon or phon tok, like it's raining, right? It's pouring. Precipitation means rain, water from the sky, basically. You see 9% chance, right? So basically maybe will not. It's almost 50, right? But it means 47% that it will rain, and 53 that it will not. And wind direction, you know, it is going to the east, it's going north, and so forth. So the weather, or you can read the weather here, for example, in just a second. So you can read the weather for different postal codes. So for example, I chose Salt Lake City, Utah tonight. Okay, so I remember again in America they use Fahrenheit. So let's listen together. I put the text here. I recommend this site because you can listen how it is pronounced. Okay, let's listen.
A slight chance of rain and snow showers before midnight. Mostly cloudy, with a low around 29. Northeast wind around 5 miles per hour, becoming light and variable. Chance of precipitation is 20%.
Okay, so you can see they're using the words we just learned. Slight chance of rain, snow showers. You know shower, right? Nam, right? But snow shower, it means heavy snow, right? It's like a shower before midnight. Mostly cloudy, a lot of clouds. Low temperature, around 29 degrees Fahrenheit. Northeast wind, around 5 miles per hour. Again, in America they use miles. Becoming light and variable. Chance of precipitation 20%, so not a lot of wind. Northeast, okay. Let's see, northeast. What is northeast? Northeast. Okay, so northeast. Remember the sides. You go up, it's north. You go down, south, west, east. So northeast, this side. So you will have wind from northeast. And where's north? Oh, okay. East is where the sun rises. West is where the sun sets. So if you stand in the morning and you look at the sun, your left side is north and this is south. Okay, so find in your house. Okay, of course you know where the sun will rise and where it will set. And so and this is north, and this is how the sun goes up, and then it is here, and then it goes down. Okay, so it is useful information for everyone. Okay, we continue. Tomorrow's weather going to be better or worse? Let's listen.
1. And here's the weather report. Most of the area will be covered in heavy fog today. We won't see much sun, and tomorrow will be even foggier.
So worse.
It's going to
right?
be hard to see, so be careful out there.
It will be worse.
2.
And now for today's weather. It's raining now, and the rain is expected to continue all day today. But cheer up. Tomorrow's weather will be a lot better. It's going to be sunny and warm all day.
3.
Today's going to be a great day. It's going to be sunny and warm, with highs in the 70s. But get outside now and enjoy, because we're expecting colder weather tomorrow and there won't be much sun.
4.
We're going to have a lot of snow today. We're expecting more than 8 inches between 8 a.m. and 8 p.m. And it will be very cold with a low of 18 degrees and a high of 32. The snow will end tonight, and tomorrow's weather will be much warmer.
But maybe tomorrow will be better. Okay, so they're comparing today and tomorrow. They use the word inch, means 2.5 centimeters, right? So in America, they use miles, they use Fahrenheit, they use inches, pounds. Okay, so if you're not familiar with it, please find out. Okay, so again, listening is an important skill. If you don't understand it at first, listen several times. Okay, maybe make the speed slower, right?
1. And here's the weather report.
Okay, we can make it slower. Okay, let's continue to the next page. Just a moment. Put sentences in conversation in the correct order. It's rainy. How does it start? Team, where are you? I'm in San Francisco. Team, where are you? I'm in San Francisco. San Francisco, how's the weather there? It's great. It's the best time to visit. It's not rainy. Not at all. It's sunny and warm. Okay? Conversation. Hello. Hi, Jason. It's me, Vicky. Vicky, where are you? I thought you were on vacation. I am. I'm calling you from Mexico. Wow, how is it? It's fantastic. Mexico is the friendliest and most beautiful country I've ever visited. How's the weather? Excellent. Winter is the best time to visit. It's not cold? Not at all. It's hot and sunny every day, and it looks like today is going to be the warmest day yet. Well, it sounds like you're having a great time. Okay, let's listen.
CD 2, Track 3.
Hello?
Hi, Jason. It's me, Vicky.
Vicky, where are you? I thought you were on vacation.
I am. I'm calling you from Mexico.
Wow. How is it?
It's fantastic. Mexico is the friendliest and most beautiful country I've ever visited.
How's the weather?
Excellent. Winter's the best time to visit.
It's not cold?
Not at all. It's hot and sunny every day, and it looks like today is going to be the warmest day yet.
Well, it sounds like you're having a great time.
Okay, so this is the conversation. You and your partner will practice something like this. You will discuss the weather in your cities, weather when you went on vacation, right? So let's look. Where's Mexico? Okay, Mexico. Just a second. So you see, Mexico is in the south, right? So it is hot. So if you're in the US, you need to go south to visit Mexico. So many people from US, they go to Mexico for holidays because it is warm. And in winter, when it's cold here in Canada and in the US, Mexico is warm, hot. Same with Thailand, right? When it's winter here in Thailand, it's a good time to visit. November, December, January, February, right? But when it's summer here, it's very hot in Thailand. So no one is coming to Thailand in June or July because it is super hot, right? So again, you go from north to south, right? So north, south, west, east. Japan is in the east, right? Far east. Okay, so this is the map of the world. Okay, let's continue. This you could do at home. I will send you the screenshots of this chapter. Work in pairs, practice the conversation below and talk about the weather in a place you know well. Where are you? I'm in Hua Hin. How's the weather? It's rainy. Really? Not sunny? Oh, not at all. Right? So you can imagine, okay, when you're practicing your conversation, you can imagine that one student is in like some place in Thailand or abroad, and another one calling, right? So you'll hold smartphones and pretend you're calling each other and discuss the weather. Okay. Let's look here. Listen and repeat.
CD 2, Track 4. 1. It's. Eats. 2. Live. Leave. 3. His. He's. 4. Sit. Seat.
Okay, it might sound the same, but it's not. This is short and this is long. It's, eats. Live, leave. His, he's. Sit, sit. A little longer. Okay, you can practice. And then going to the next page. Let's play.
CD 2, Track 5. Superlative forms of adjectives.
What is the coldest continent in the world?
Antarctica is the coldest.
Which planet is the hottest? Mars, Saturn, or Venus?
Venus is the hottest.
Which city has the driest climate? London, Cairo, or New York?
Cairo has the driest climate.
Nice. The nicest. Sunny. The sunniest. Rainy. The rainiest. Famous. The most famous. Beautiful. The most beautiful. Good. The best. Bad. The worst.
So you see, superlative form of adjective, it means when you compare things, you choose something which is the best, right? This textbook is good, but this one is the best. This actor is bad, but that one is the worst, right? So like number one. And also look, some formed by est. Nice, nicest. Sunny, sunniest. Rainy, rainiest. Famous, the most famous. Beautiful, the most beautiful. Good, the best. Bad, the worst. You just need to remember that famous, the form you need to add most, and here the word changes completely. Okay, I think Hanuda Beach is the most beautiful beach in Korea. What is the deepest ocean on Earth? Mount Everest is the highest mountain on Earth. The Atacama Desert is the driest place in Chile. What do you think is the most interesting city in the world? Okay, again, you can pretend you're discussing something with your friend. What's the best city in Thailand in terms of weather? The sunniest city in Thailand is Hua Hin, or up to you. You imagine your conversation. Brazil is the most exciting city. What's the nicest beach in Maui? What's the tallest building in Taiwan? What's the highest mountain in Japan? What's the most interesting museum in Washington? What is the driest place in the United States? Okay? What is the driest place in the United States? The Death Valley is the driest place in the United States. What is the highest mountain in Japan? Mount Fuji is the highest mountain in Japan. What is the nicest beach in Maui? Makina Beach is the nicest beach in Maui. Okay? Next page. Extreme weather, right? Some weather is not nice because it is extreme, very difficult for humans. Let's listen. Read and listen. What 3 types of weather does the article describe? Something about cold, hot, and rain. Okay, extreme weather, you know, weather that is very uncomfortable. Listen.
CD 2, Track 6, Extreme Weather. Do you ever wonder what places on Earth are the coldest, the hottest, the rainiest? Here are some fascinating weather facts from around the world. The coldest place on Earth. At minus 70 degrees Fahrenheit, minus 56.6 degrees Celsius, Antarctica wins as the coldest place on Earth. However, very few people live there. The coldest place inhabited by people is actually Oymyakon, a village in Russia. The temperature there is an average of minus 51 degrees Fahrenheit, minus 46 degrees Celsius in winter. The hottest place on Earth. For many years, people thought the city of El Azizia in Libya was the hottest place on Earth. Now, meteorologists, weather experts, say that the temperature is actually lower than the one recorded back in 1922. The hottest place is Death Valley in California, with a temperature of 134.06 degrees Fahrenheit, 56.7 degrees Celsius. The rainiest place on Earth. Meteorologists use the number of inches of rainfall per year to rank the rainiest places on Earth. By using this method, the village of Mausinram in India is the rainiest. It gets 467.35 inches, 1,187.1 centimeters of rainfall each year.
Okay, so let's look at our map. So when they were talking about Antarctica, right, it's the coldest place on Earth. And some village in Russia, here minus 50 degrees, where people stay. So Death Valley, here, somewhere here, plus 50 degrees. And Russia here, minus 50 degrees. And rainiest place was in India, right? Almost 1 meter of rain a year, right? So some areas are very hard for life. By the way, on this map, green means forests, maybe, white is ice, and yellow is desert, right? Look, Mongolia, Nepal, mountains, no trees. Kazakhstan, Iran, not many trees here. And this part of the world, you see trees. Australia, very few people live in the center of Australia because it is hot and not many trees, no rain, very difficult to live, right? So look, one city, Alice Springs, but most cities are here. Brisbane, okay, and etc. Canberra, it's all on the coast, right? Not far from water. Perth. And look at New Zealand. right? Very small and rainy and has mountains. If you watched Lord of the Rings, they filmed it in New Zealand. Very beautiful. And again, you know, every place has a different climate, right? So what's the climate of Thailand, right? Hot and humid, right? A lot of rain and hot. And but if we go north, right? If we go to Mongolia, it's dry, not too much rain, right? So your weather depends on your location, where you are, right? So if you fly to Korea, Korea is cold in winter. But if you fly south, you know, Indonesia, Singapore, Malaysia, Philippines, it's hot. India is hot. But then you and humid. But if you fly here, the weather is different, right? Here Saudi Arabia is hot, Iran is hot, but in the north it's cold. Same in India. Here this area of India, northern India, has snow and it's cold, right? So your weather depends on your location. This area, hot in summer, cold in winter, right? And look, Europe. This is Europe, and this is Africa. So they were saying at first they thought some place in Libya was hot, but then they found out that it's really Death Valley in California. Egypt, dry, very dry, not much rain. Okay, very interesting to play with Google Maps, because you can look at cities, right? You can look, and then you can also change the layers, right? And we can see right, like that. We can see from the satellite, right? And we can, even though we are not there, we can look at what is going on, right? We can look at the city, right? We can find the pyramids of Egypt. If we are smart, we can find the pyramids. Okay, we can also use this thing and walk on the streets, right? We can drop this yellow man, and then we are here, right? We can see what the country looks like. A bit dirty and not too many trees, right? You see, it's hot. The weather is hot. This is Egypt. This is the building in Egypt, right? So we can travel the world and discuss the weather. Okay, next. Antarctica is the coldest place on Earth. Yes, but the place where it's cold and inhabited by people is Oymyakon village in Russia. Hottest place on Earth is not in Libya, it's in California. So this Mason Ram in India, rainiest place, right? Mosan Ram place. Okay, so again, you can find it on Google. Look what it looks like. What is the best place to live on Earth? Okay, you can discuss it with your friend. Where would you like to live in terms of weather? Do you like cold weather or do you like hot weather? Some Thai people say, I want to live in Europe. Why? Because it's cold. I like cold. Really? You know? Maybe you enjoy cold because it is it doesn't happen every day in Thailand, so you enjoy it. But if it's cold every day, would you like it? You can discuss it with your friend. Some people from Europe say, oh, I love Thailand, I could live here forever because it is not cold, it is sunny. Really? Sometimes it's so hot you can only sit in your room with aircon. Again, so you can discuss it with your friend. What weather do you like? Where would you like to live? Would you like to live in a place that is dry, or in a place that has rain? In a country that has cold winters, or not? By the way, in Europe, when it's cold, it's also, you don't see much sun, so it's dark. You know, you wake up, it's still dark. You come from work, it's already dark. So very depressing, very difficult for some people. Okay, so you name the place, and then you explain why you want to live. You can look at the world map with your friend and discuss, oh, where would you like to live? Where would you like to live? Right? So for example, I think it's good to have several houses in several countries. So in winter, when it's very cold, you go south, right? You go to Mexico, you go to Thailand, and you stay there. But in summer, when it gets hot, you can go to Finland or Sweden or Norway, Denmark, UK, Iceland, and it's not cold, it's not hot, it's very pleasant, right? So if you have a lot of money, you can have several houses, or stay in hotels, or rent rooms and fly from one place to another, right? Some people do that. Some people I knew, they're from Canada, but when it gets very cold here in Canada, they move to Arizona in winter, or New Mexico, and they stay here. After it gets hot, they go back to Canada. That's what they do. Or you could have several houses in Thailand, right? When it gets hot, you come to Chiang Mai in the mountains, stay in the mountains. When you want hotter, you go to Hua Hin, right? Nice thing. Okay. What is going on? Moment, I'm loading. Okay, so this is the end of your chapter about the weather. Please learn the new words. Please look at the examples and try to practice, okay? Because many people discuss the weather, and there's even websites. For example, website weather.com, and it's all about weather. They discuss American weather and weather around the world. And because if you're driving, if you're flying, it's important to know what's going on. Look, so this is the latest in US right now. Just a second, it will play. Dangerous severe storm threat. Okay, let's watch it. It's updated.
The severe weather we're seeing move east this week is rooted back to the heavy rain and mountain snow that the west just got smacked with. So the plains are going to see the threat of severe storms, which are more likely in that darker red shaded area. That's what that means. And please note, as we watch the timing of this going through overnight, there's a very nasty batch of storms that are capable of producing damaging winds, hail, and isolated tornadoes. And you're noting here, those are forecast to come swinging across several states. Now, as we get further into the day on Wednesday, you're going to notice the severe threat's a little more concentrated than it was on Tuesday. That's in part thanks to some dry air, but the same threats are there for Wednesday, and the same threats will be pulling further east over into Florida and the coastal Carolinas and Georgia as we go through the day on Thursday. So also could see damaging winds and a tornado or two out of that. Rainfall in the next couple of days is expected to vary anywhere, for the most part, between 1 and 3 inches. At least one person is dead after heavy rains on the Italian island of Sicily. More than 13 inches fell in a little over 24 hours in the eastern coastal city of Catania. Water rushed through streets and flooded buildings. Roadways and sidewalks were left littered with debris. Non-essential businesses and schools were closed, and residents were advised to stay home. All the rain came from a type of system known as a metacane, which is a small, usually subtropical storm that can develop this time of year in parts of the Mediterranean. It's expected to stick around and bring even more rain and possibly damaging winds through the end of the week.
If you notice, they speak very fast. So usually when they talk about weather, it's so fast. So let's now look at BBC weather, okay? So BBC weather. Again, it will be very fast. 7 hours ago, okay? So it's a fresh forecast for you.
Hello, a weather pattern has become established across the UK, which will bring big variations in rain totals from northwest to southeast. Some areas over the next several days will see rain quite a bit of the time, whereas others will stay dry and even get to see some sunshine. So what's going on? Low pressure to the northwest of us has brought a weather front wriggling around parts of Scotland, Northern Ireland, northwest England and Wales. For the next several days, rain totals mounting with a risk of flooding and disruption. Central and eastern parts of England ahead of that will stay largely dry, even a bit of sunshine. For all of us, with the air coming from this direction, it is going to be mild. In fact, temperatures well above where we might expect them to be at this time of year. Now, the impact of this weather system very clear on rain totals for the next couple of days. Very wet southwest Scotland, Cumbria, the Lake District, increasingly so in West Wales, especially into Snowdonia. Some areas could end up with 100 to 200 millimetres of rain with that risk of flooding before we're said and done by the end of the week. Now, Wednesday's picture brings this weather front then with the rain into parts of Northern Ireland, northwest England, Cumbria, the Lake District, southern Scotland, just fringing more into northwest Wales as the day goes on. Elsewhere in Scotland and Northern Ireland, some sunny spells, a few showers. Across much of central and eastern England, it's dry. And look at the temperatures, 18, even 19 degrees Celsius after a very mild start to the day. And look into Thursday, how the weather front is still across many of these same areas, perhaps for a time impacting more of Northern Ireland and Scotland, whereas still towards central and eastern England, it's dry. Looks like it'll be turning wetter across more of Wales on Thursday and indeed across parts of southwest England. It's windy with all of this as well, some gales through the Irish Sea. It's still very mild. Now, by Friday, it looks as if this weather system and the weather front is gradually going to slip its way further east. It brings a chance of some rain into those parts of eastern England which have been dry until then. As it does so, we could well see another spell of rain, though, into Northern Ireland and Scotland. There'll be a few showers elsewhere, and overall it's turning a bit brighter after a good deal of cloud so far in the week, and temperatures are just edging down a couple of degrees. It is a messy looking picture going into next weekend. We have the area of low pressure and it will begin to just move more broadly across the UK. It does bring a chance of more of us seeing some rain. Probably on Saturday, after perhaps an early spell of rain across parts of eastern England, in the form of showers, sunshine and showers. Some of these could be quite heavy on Saturday. And as for temperatures, we're talking mid to low teens, so not as high as they've been. The nights will be a bit cooler as well. Now, it could be that for part two of the weekend on Sunday, we have an area of low pressure which could bring some rather more wet and windy weather, some uncertainty about how much that low pressure system will develop. It does look very unsettled on Sunday, but there's a potential for some heavy rain and some stronger winds in places as well. Now, going into next week, that area of low pressure carried within a dip in the jet stream will be right across the UK for a time before slipping away eastwards. It's clear at this stage we're on the colder side of the jet stream, and as the low pressure begins to pull away eastwards, we're drawing in some cooler air, and that will bring a change in how things feel out there. An uneven weather pattern right now, turning more widely unsettled this weekend, but importantly, cooler next week.
Okay, so if you never listen to weather forecast, it looks like it's so fast, right? And so many new words. But if you practice listening and reading about weather, then it will become easier for you to understand. and pronunciation is different for everyone. So, for example, Australian, let's look at Australia. Different pronunciation as well, notice.
Hello from the Bureau. Back with your weather update for the week. Over the last few days, we saw a coastal trough cause very large rainfall down the east coast of Australia, with widespread falls of 100 to 300 millimetres from the Sunshine Coast in Queensland all the way down to the central coast of New South Wales. On the other side of the country, we saw severe tropical cyclone Damien cross the Pilbara coast as a Category 3 system, bringing very destructive winds and heavy rainfall to the coast and further inland. For the rest of Sunday, we will see Damien continue to weaken and push further inland, and it could bring rainfall into the Gascoyne as it tracks south, while the east coast continues to see heavy to intense rainfall with further flooding expected. From Monday, a second trough and low will deepen over central New South Wales, and the rainfall may extend a little bit further to the west as well into eastern Victoria and northeast Tasmania. For Tuesday, ex-tropical cyclone Damien will continue to track inland, and rainfall may extend all the way down to the Esperance coast. Further east, heat begins to build through northern South Australia and into the NT, where we may see multiple days of 40 degrees or above, and it could reach 45. The top end will see showers and thunderstorms, but no real sign of the returning monsoon. The trough to the east has begun to ease by Wednesday, with a pattern of showers and thunderstorms returning to the east coast. The remnants of ex-tropical cyclone Damien unfortunately won't make it into South Australia, with no real rainfall forecast, and the pattern for Australia becomes dominated by a high from Thursday and into Friday. Showers and thunderstorms continue through parts of eastern New South Wales and Queensland, and a trough may bring some of the rainfall through southeast from Friday. So keep up to date with the forecast, and we'll see you again next Sunday.
So you see here they worry that there's not enough rain, but in England there's too much rain. Okay, so this was your lesson 7. Thank you very much. We'll see you later. Bye.